Canyons. We're just outside of Yerington, Nevada. We're taking the back way in Wilson Canyon, and we're heading up to Carson City. So we're gonna go for a hike and also go to the building supply stores, probably Lowe's and Home Depot, and we're actually picking up a new range, new oven for Kelly, so she needs some help getting that. And we're too far away to get the free delivery, so I got my little truck. We're gonna pick that up for her and make a fun hike day out of it. Look at the honeybee on the sunflower.
Oh, I love sunflowers.
Yeah, that's a honeybee right there, Apis mellifera. That's an Italian type of a honeybee. By the color, you can tell there's different types. And it's kind of interesting because a lot of the farmers who own these fields in here are Italian Americans. And we're near Yerington.
They bring the Italian bees with them.
Yeah, they bring the Italian bees with them. So the thing that these are kind of cool is nobody planted these. These are just in the ditch. They're all along the road here. They're about, what do you say, like 7 feet tall?
Yeah.
7 or 8 feet.
6,
Those are probably
7, 8,
yeah.
maybe.
And they're about this side, but they always follow the sun. So when the sun moves in the sky, it'll follow it around. Kind of interesting. One of our native flowers. Of course, the cultivated varieties are huge. Everybody, just wanted to show you these big, huge cottonwood trees. Look how big this tree is. I'm sure it's probably like a century old, but all along the roads, the farm roads around here, all these cottonwood trees are about this size, and they're tall too. It's not just the trunk. So I thought you might think that's interesting. Look how big that is. This one's got some, you see the wire fence that's stuck in it? Right there? Wow. We've got some beehives here. I was talking about the honeybees earlier. That honeybee could be from that hive right there. It's close enough. And look what a good spot they have. What do you see here, Kelly?
It is some beautiful lavender, and it's got butterflies all over it, and I bet you it's lavender honey those bees are making.
Yeah. Look at that butterfly. I'm trying to get it on camera. Oh, that stuff smells so good. Did you know that lavender is related to the Latin language, lavar? I think, right? Lavar is to wash in Spanish?
Yes, it is.
Lavar is to wash, right?
Yes,
and
it is.
Spanish is a Latin language. The ancient Romans from the Roman Empire used to have public baths they would heat up, and they're called lavatory. That's where we get the name. Sometimes they call bathrooms lavatories.
Yeah.
And that comes from lavender. So the lavender, they used to have that in the Roman baths. Kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Well, of course, we got to get the lavender dish soap today.
Okay.
It smells good, doesn't it?
It smells wonderful. $5 for a bundle.
$5.
Let's see, which one do I want?
That's the first time I've ever seen a lavender wheelbarrow.
Oh, yeah.
You like that one?
Yeah,
Let it smell.
think so.
Mmm, smells good.
Yeah.
We're heading into Wilson Canyon by the Walker River. It's kind of our regular route when we go up towards the Reno area. What do you think? You think the river's still up there, Kelly?
Oh, I'm sure it is. Probably higher now
Oh,
than ever.
look at it. It's just roaring through there. See if we can catch it on this turn. I love coming through here. It's so scenic, and it's usually not much traffic at all. It takes a little longer, not like maybe 10 or 15 minutes longer. But it's so pretty. I get to share this with you all. That's where the avalanche was. Rock slide, I should say. Truck coming through here. This is where the big rock slide was, right here. They redid the road and everything. Did a great job. Cleaned it up in no time. When it came down, it basically shut the road between Yerington and Smith Valley. So there's a lot of people that had to come over here for work or school. So it was really fortunate that they cleaned that up so quick. Now it's summertime. this is where the path is, and it has it all marked for wildflowers. And look, it even talks about the Great Basin rattlesnake. My friend over here that is a friend of Dick O'Neill, he likes the snakes a lot, and I always try to film the snakes. But anyway, we're gonna go up here anyway and see if we can see some wildflowers. There's the trailhead. It's right off of Nevada 208. Kind of looks like the Badlands of South Dakota in here. What are these, Kelly?
Princess plumes.
Princess plumes.
Yeah, they've been beautiful this year.
Look at those.
Oh, look at the seed head. Is weird.
Oh yeah, that is bizarre. Look at the seed head on that. See how it goes like a palm tree or an umbrella or something? That's different. Oh, the honeybees like this too. They can send a man into outer space and walk on the moon, but scientists still don't know exactly what chemical compounds and how the bees actually make it. They fan with their wings to get the moisture out of the nectar, and they use enzymes, but they still don't know how they make it. And they actually are an insect that can learn. They learn how to open different flowers. They did tests on fields of alfalfa, and the bees learned how to trip the flower. A little insect can learn. I find that fascinating. This is not that far off of 395. If you're taking the route and you want to go for a short hike, you can park right there and just go a short way up to the top of the hill where I'm standing. And it's like maybe a 5-minute walk or something, right? And look, all these plants are labeled ochre flower buckwheat, and they all have labels on them. And then you get up to the top of this little hill and see, the overlook. Here we're coming in on Minden, Nevada, and this is just north of Gardnerville, and this is towards Carson City. This is a really nice area in here. Of course, it is a truck route, so you get a few trucks coming in here too. Kelly and I were saying, well, if a person got in on some property, maybe like, you know, in the 80s or 90s, it'd probably be pretty affordable, but it's like I think it's kind of been discovered, and so it's nice here, but it is expensive. So telling Kelly that D on the hill stands for Douglas. That's true, isn't it?
Yep, D for Douglas. Douglas County.
Hey, you're not supposed to say that part. Look at all the honeybees in that lavender. No, I didn't trespass into that field. I am in Carson City down the street from Cactus Jack's. And we just head west, right to the Sierras, the base of the Sierra. That's where the trailhead is. See, we're out of town already. That's like about Carson City. It's like a bigger town, but it's not too big. Pleasant. See, it's already starting to open up. So you're really close to a lot of the outdoor places like Lake Tahoe and so forth. And you can still get to Reno from here too. Head on up this hill. Boy, the houses come right up to the base of the mountains. Yeah. Look at that. We're only a few minutes outside of town and it's already opening up. How nice, right? Look at some of these homes here. Yeah, there's some with huge decks and so forth. It's like a... Look at this one here. Private driveway.
I think that's the...
Oh, this is it? The trailhead right here? Okay. Well, that makes it easy. How convenient.
Yep.
Lots of parking too. We're at the trailhead here, and Kelly's getting out of her high heels again, putting on her hiking shoes. I just want to show you how close we are to the state capitol. It's just right on the other side of those trees. Well, I ran into JR. He's from Dayton, Nevada, which is very scenic, interesting, historical place, not too far away from here. And he's got one of these e-bikes. Now, I'm a mountain biker. I'm kind of old school, a little bit older, of course, than he is. And so I was just kind of curious. He was unloading this bike he's got here, and he's going to talk a little bit about it.
Got a Sur-Ron.
Sur-Ron.
About 2020.
And this is about a $5,000 rig almost, right?
Yeah, about 4,000.
Yeah.
40 or 4,400,
Yeah.
and then you got extras on it, like
Yeah.
you got the bigger wheels and tires.
It's top end though. So you take the battery out to make it a little bit lighter, because I came over here originally to help you unload, and you're like, oh no, I took the whatever out, right?
Yeah, save 25 pounds.
Okay. Are these like the lithium batteries that go in the cars, that kind of a thing?
Kind of, yeah. It's actually
Okay.
so the brand, I believe, is Panasonic.
Yeah.
That actually makes the battery.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so.
Well, he's gonna pull it out on his own, and you can check it out. Yeah, I've been curious about these, you know. I mean, you start to see them around more often, but it's still a curiosity for me.
Yeah, so it has the wheels and tires already done, foot pegs, seat, fender,
Okay.
headlights.
You gonna put the battery on now?
Yeah.
$1,000 for the battery?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's a little ridiculous.
How long does it take to charge up?
With a big charger, like maybe 3 hours.
3 hours. How long does it last you?
60, 70 miles.
60 or 70 miles is the range on that.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm going super steep stuff, I'll get about
Yeah.
40.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah.
So you got to hook all that stuff
Yeah,
up.
you
Not
get
too
two
hard.
hooks, and then you got a nice little switch right
Okay.
here, the breaker.
Okay. Oh, gotcha.
Tells
It's
you
got a
100%
fuse.
battery. There's your charger.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Huh.
yeah, it has some goodies.
Yeah.
It actually has a USB port right here.
And it has a USB port on there. Man, I need to get with the times, I'll tell you, JR.
Mile an hour right now.
You're going 55 mile an hour when it's like that. Wow. It's like a Prius of motorbikes, right?
Right, yeah.
JR, for the interview,
Oh yeah, no
I'm gonna keep
problem.
my eyes out for you on the trails.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, on the mountain bike trails at least.
Yeah. Let me know if there's any events going on in Dayton. Just contact me in the comments on my YouTube channel.
Alrighty. Well,
Okay, nice meeting you.
nice meeting you.
Okay, bye. So before we start this trail out, this little hike out, you know, it's important to have enough energy to have, you need carbohydrates and need to have a certain amount of blood sugar. So, you know, I think it's important. We all have seen the food pyramid, and I've got some health food here. Now, don't laugh now. This has got wheat. That's part of the main part of the food pyramid. And then chocolate is a good mood. It lifts your mood up. So I'm gonna eat this health food right now. I can just taste that natural goodness. We're starting off. This is the start of our hike here in Carson City. What's this trail called again, Kelly?
Kings Canyon.
Kings Canyon. Pretty elderberry blossom with a little tiny skipper-sized little butterfly. Big old bumblebee. Look at there's some families coming through here. We passed one, had some other little children. That's a big hike for the little people. Look at this view of Carson City, Kelly.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, we're partial to our state capital, but it is a really pretty state capital. And this is right, not too far from downtown. Maybe 2 miles or something?
2 miles, I would
Yeah.
say.
You know what I really like about this trail the best? I'm just saying, you know, I enjoy going on adventures with Kelly. She's a very nice lady and in shape, you know. But the thing I really like best about this trail is usually, not always, but probably like 99% of the time, Kelly usually brings me out in the desert. We usually get lost. We're ill prepared, no water, no compass, you know. And so this is a nice change. Like I said, I'm so appreciative. At least this time, Kelly knows where we're going. She's been here before.
I came up here once in 2020 when everybody was locked down, and you ought to have seen how crowded this place was. Everybody was trying to get outside. If everybody from Carson was up here, and it was jammed full of people.
So they never shut the trail down. How many butterflies are on there? What do you think, Kelly? There's about 6 or 7.
Yeah, they're all in one spot too.
They're tiny, but they're pretty. Like real close, you can see get the color. We got our first switchback. It's a little steep, but still family friendly. Grandpa or dad could put the little kids on their shoulder. You can make it through here, no problem. We saw several dads and grandpas carrying their little kids. I mean, they were what, 3 years old or something?
Yeah.
So all my subscribers in Las Vegas and Pahrump, hello to you. Thanks for joining us. Just keep in mind, this is only about 2 miles away from the state capitol. So the waterfall is not too far away. You can only see it coming through right there. We're heading up towards it, this little canyon. You can hear the water already. Yeah, like I said, this is close in. It's a family-friendly urban park. How beautiful. With my new friend Lino and this whole big family here, all these kids. Look how happy all these kids are. Have fun. What do you think, Kelly? It's kind of a hot day. We could get in our swim trunks and just sit in that. What do you think?
I think I'm pretty close already. I've already got pretty wet.
Yeah, it's nice and cool in here too, right?
Very cool.
It's nice to see a young family like everyone, all the kids playing together and getting along. That was
fun.
really cute. This is salsify. They call this the oyster plant. Look at the seed head on that. Look how big it is. Isn't that something else? That's the look behind us. We're coming up on a little high point in the trail. This has a nice view. I guess we'll have to head down there. That's where we came through. Look at all these aphids. I don't know if you can see them out there. They suck the plant juices. I used to have aphids in my vineyard and at the place I used to own, and the ants, you know the ants were farming those aphids, Kelly? They were farming them like milk cows, and they were spreading them everywhere. They get like a honeydew from them. Yeah, it's interesting how in the natural world they have like a business arrangement. Yes. The ants are like, okay, we'll protect you aphids if you give us the nectar, you know. And they're actually farming, right? They're farming those little things. Oh, the natural world's interesting. I never get bored of it. We were looking for one of these. Here we go. It's not a very good example of them. Isn't this the prickly poppy? Yeah. It's almost all done though. It's a small one, but at least it's one. It says, for your safety to protect Carson City's drinking water, no entry into this area. And it's all fenced off behind here. And if you look here, right here, behind this, there's a whole area where it's all fenced off. They must have some really good drinking water back in here. So let me give a shot of this water and you'll see how clear the water is. Look at that water. Wow. I'd almost drink that right now. It's like spring water. Oh, that's nice. Kind of interesting, this little road coming off from the hiking trailhead. It says Lincoln Highway. Now the Lincoln Highway, if I remember right, that's one of the first transcontinental roads across North America. I believe Interstate 80 in Wyoming is part of the Lincoln Highway. How odd. I think this little road was at one time one of the main routes, isn't it? Capital, Kelly. Well, all you viewers in Las Vegas and Pahrump, here is your state capitol, and it is nice and shady in here on this summer day, and we're gonna have our lunch in the grass somewhere. We didn't see any signs that said it was no trespass or anything. It's, oh, yeah, it's open. There it is, the Nevada State Capitol in Carson City. Oh, nice building. Well maintained. It's really cool on the grounds here. I like these shade trees. Huh. Let's see what it says. Nevada's capital, completed in 1871. It's built from sandstone from the quarry of the town's founder, Abe Curry. Let's see. Features that has Alaskan marble walls and French crystal windows and an elegant interior. I'm just gonna look through the window real quick. Wow. Impressive. We'll have to come back and do a tour of this. What I find really interesting about the Nevada State Capitol grounds is that all the shade trees are listed with the county name and then a tree and then the scientific name. Like for instance here, we have the Sierra Redwood, Sequoia giganteum. It says Clark County. Of course, Clark County, that's the Las Vegas area. Our picnic spot is right over here. We wanted to be classy, and we wanted to just camp out in front of the front steps. We've got more class than that, so we're gonna sit over here, be respectful of the state capitol. So see this little tombstone marker? It just talks about the state capitol building when it was built, 1870, 1871. And it's got the number 42. Well, all in Carson City, there's all these like tombstone plaques, and whenever you see one, it's like a historical home or something interesting of history. So when you're walking around Carson City and you get one of these, look up that number, it'll tell you the whole history about it. So Kelly says it was amazing how many people we've seen just walking by and sitting in the shade, enjoying the coolness of all the big trees here. And one thing I noticed too was on the building of the state capitol, let me see if I can zoom in and catch it, are lightning rods. Get one in there, see if it'll show it. There's several. I'm looking, see if I can get one on there. Oh, there's one. See that? Right in the center of the frame. I can get it. It's in really good shape, isn't it?
Actually.
Yeah, excellent shape. And it reminds me, it's a similar size to the state capitol, I believe it's in Laramie, Wyoming. It's about the same size, but there's more shade trees. Of course, Nevada had a very small population for a long time, kind of like Wyoming. It hasn't really grown in population. I remember when I was growing up, we had way less than 1 million people. and that
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
that long ago. So it's no surprise that our capital is about the same size as Wyoming. I like it. That's nice. House Nevada open for business. So we were just checking on these stoves. You got to get the little kit for it, but it's a gas stove and it's a really good price. And you can see the price right there. But it's just a basic thing. I was gonna get one too. I'll probably get one later on. My oven doesn't work either, and hers doesn't work, so in her house. So anyway, but that was the whole point of this trip, is to help out a friend to pick up her stove, and we made a fun trip and adventure out of it.
Mm-hmm.